Hi everybody, this is Sheila McNabb, and I was showing you earlier tonight this card that I made for Art Attack Supplies, and so I got a bunch of little stuff all over my desk. I thought that I would do a tutorial on how to make this card. So the first thing that you need, and I've done a little bit of prep work just to make it a little faster, is some cardstock, and I've just used white cardstock, and I have put black distressing around the edges. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add this paper from Country Escape, and it's very, very pretty. I love this paper. And I'm going to attach it to the base of the card. And I just have a little tiny tape runner. And I hope that I stay in focus. I will try to do that. And I have distressed this paper with my Zetter machine, which is, and I showed this in a previous video, this one, and I love this. Probably the very best investment I have. Now I'm going to take this, and I've ripped it and distressed it, and I've ripped some of the corners on this, and all I'm doing is kind of folding it back so that, now you can curl them, but I'm not doing that, but you can kind of roll them like this, and it's better if you do it with a pencil, but being that this is fairly small, like that, I could do this. And I have distressed this card with black from Ken Oliver. And what I want to do with this is I want to pop it up on the card. So I need a pair of scissors. Something to that effect. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Now I buy my foam in these big rolls just because it's cheaper and not easier by any means, but definitely cheaper. So I'm going to put this on the back here. It does make it better instead of using a lot of pop dots. This is much easier, and you can fill more in a page. So I'm going to take this off, if I can get it off. Silence. This stuff likes to stick to your fingers. I don't know what it is about it, but when you peel it off, the little blue part loves to stay in your hand. Okay, so I don't much care which way this goes, and I'm going to, I better do it this way so I don't get it too. And these are the same size sheets. This card is 5 by 6.5, and I cut it down just a little. And I'm not very good at getting things straight. Oh, I better leave it. I'll hide that anyways. So now that's what the front of the card looks like. You have your distressed edges, and you can see your little bit of flower coming through. Now I have a Tilda doll that I'm going to stick on there, and I'm also popping her up. Oops, I put that on my computer, I'm sorry very much. And this might be too long, it is, so I'll cut that in half. It's okay, can I use that half for something else? And I just put this on the body of her body. Like, I didn't put any on the legs. I don't feel that it's necessary to do that. So, if I get this off, okay. And I'm putting her off kind of like to the side. So now we have a little dimension, if you can see that, to the card. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is. Now what I've cut out is a little sheep, which I'm going to stick down here. And this is also using that same paper line I was showing you earlier, Country Escape. And I like this little sheep. So I'm going to stick the little sheep there. Now I also have pre-done this, but I stuck a little, this was a cutout from the paper line, and it's a little spool, and I am going to pop that up too. And if I can, I'll put my pop thread on there. Most time consuming part is taking a little tape off of these, I'm sorry. And I'm going to stick my little spool there. I've also done a little button that is also Tilda, and I'm going to hot glue this to the bottom of that spool. So now I've changed this up a little bit. So now I do have little pop dots, and I have a few stars here, and I'm going to pop them up in the corner. And I'm going to cut one in half, just so that these ones are pretty tiny, and I don't really want to see them. Oops, losing that one. I'm sorry if I'm doing this out of camera. So I'm going to pop that one on top, and then this other little one, I'm going to cut this again in half. So now we have a very little tiny piece of part of a pop dot, and I'm going to stick that on this little star, and I'm going to pop that on top of the other little star. And you have room for your sentiment right here if you want to do that. But these are all folded down, and it makes it look kind of rustic. You have your Tilda doll and your little attachments. Now what I do for the inside of it, oh, sorry about that. This part I didn't have ready. I try to look for, I have little leftovers here. So I have a little leftover piece of this, and that's just white cardstock. So maybe I will use that. Okay. So try to use your leftovers. Don't waste anything. This paper is very expensive. Not that it's not worth it, because it is. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just going to cut out this little bird. And like I said, I'm sorry if I'm not in focus when I'm doing this. I find it very hard sometimes to do things. And I'm going to use this paper here for the inside of the car. Now you could die cut something really pretty if you wanted to. I'm going to cut this down a little bit because I just want to put a little bit in here. So I'll cut that off and use that for something. And I'll cut that off and use it for something. So yes, that'll be good. Now the inside of this, because I kind of want it flat, the other one that I did kind of raise it up, but not this one. Now I have, just hold on a second here. I'm just leaving for a minute. Might do a little something with the edges. Now I have some of these punches from We Are Memories, I think. Crocodiles. And this one has a scallop edge. So I'm going to pop it in there and put a little edge on it. Make it a little more decorative, so you can see that. And I'm sorry for reaching above me because that's where I got all my little things. And I'm going to also distress this just to make it stand out a little bit against the white. And the little cutout, what I already did with it, here it is. And I'm also going to distress that. Okay. So I'm going to glue this to the inside. And I'm going to take this little bird, and I'm also going to tape him in down here, just for some added color. So there's the inside of my card, easy, and there's the outside of my card. So it's very similar to this one here. Using the same paper line, which is Country Escape, and all I've added of my own is just a little bit of twine, and everything else is from the paper line. So very easy. You don't need anything to make the card. Just use the paper line. It's perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And I'm going to be doing some more of these tutorials. I have a lot of people asking me for this, so I'm going to try to do them. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you in a bit.